So I've spent hours and days researching, comparing, and I've finally narrowed down my absolute best laptops for Blender, covering every budget from $700 to $3,000. But before we start, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And in case you want to check out these laptops or learn certain areas in Blender, make sure to use my affiliate links in the description. You don't pay anything extra, but I get a small commission from every sale, so it's a great way to support the channel. Now, let's kick things off with the high-end options, the ones built for serious power users, large-scale projects, and anyone who needs zero compromise in their Blender workflows. First up, the 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros. If you're deep in the Apple ecosystem or just want a machine that's fast, quiet, and super efficient, this one's hard to beat. You can get up to 128 gigabytes of unified memory, paired with up to a 16-core CPU, a 40-core GPU, and Apple's 16-core neural engine. Storage goes all the way up to 8 terabytes, and of course, you're getting that stunning Liquid Retina XDR display, which is perfect for color-accurate work and cinematic lighting. The price? It starts from around $2,500, but as always with Apple, configure it right from the start because you can't upgrade it later. Next, we have the Legion 9i. This thing is a powerhouse. It's equipped with a 14th generation Intel Core i9 processor with speeds up to 5.80 GHz, 24 cores, and 32 threads. That's serious multi-core muscle right there. For graphics, you're getting an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. Great for heavy simulations, GPU rendering, and large texture workflows. It's upgradable up to 64 gigabytes of DDR5 memory, and the storage goes up to 2 terabytes of PCIe Gen 4. The screen is a 3.2K mini LED display with a smooth 165Hz refresh rate. And the price? It starts from around $2,050, which is a steal for this much power. Now let's talk about the Razer Blade 14 and 16. If you want extreme performance in a sleek, minimal design, this one hits the mark. It comes with a 13th generation Intel Core i9 processor, clocking up to 5.5 GHz and offers up to 24 cores and 32 threads. For graphics, it's packed with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5090, up to 24 gigabytes of VRAM. You also can get it up to 64 gigabytes of RAM and up to 4 terabytes of storage using dual M.2 PCIe drives. The screen is a bright 4K display. Prices start from around $2,400. It's premium, portable, and built for creators and gamers, of course. Now, the ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14 and G16 is one of my favorites. This one is like a MacBook alternative for PC. It's great if you want something slim, lightweight and portable, but still Blender ready. It runs on Intel's Core Ultra 9 chip with speeds up to 5.4 GHz and comes with 16 cores and 16 threads. Graphics-wise, it features the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 with 8 GB of VRAM. You can get up to 32 GB of RAM and 2 TB of storage using a fast M.2 PCIe drive. The screen is a beautiful OLED display. It's sharp, vibrant, and excellent for 3D work. It starts at around $2,800. Now let's move on to mid-range laptops. These are great if you're balancing performance and budget at the same time. Perfect for Blender users who need solid rendering power, but don't need to go all in on premium specs. First up is the Omen 16. It comes with Intel's Core Ultra 5 processor, with speeds up to 4.9 GHz, 14 cores, and 14 threads. For graphics, it's running NVIDIA's RTX 4050 with 6 GB of VRAM. You can upgrade it with up to 32 GB of DDR5 memory and up to a terabyte SSD. The screen is a 2.5K IPS panel with anti-glare and low blue light protection. The price? It starts from around $1,420. Next up is the Predator Helios Neo 16. It comes with a 14th generation Intel Core i9 chip. running up to 5.8 GHz with 24 cores. Graphics-wise, you get it up to an RTX 4070 with 8 GB of VRAM, and it comes with 16 GB of DDR5 memory and a 1 TB SSD. The display is a crisp 2.5K panel and starts at just $1,150, making it a serious value for the power. Then there's the MSI Creator 16. Built with creators in mind, it runs on Intel's Ultra 9 chip, clocking up to 5 GHz with 24 cores. The GPU is an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4080 with 12 GB of VRAM. You can max it up to 96 GB of RAM and a 1 TB SSD. The display is a gorgeous 4K mini LED display, perfect for color work and detailed scenes in Blender. Pricing starts from around $1,500. Next is the ASUS ROG Strix G16. This one features Intel's Core i9 chip, up to 5.6 GHz with 24 cores and 34 threads. For graphics, you're looking at an 48 with 8 GB of VRAM. It starts with 8 GB of RAM, but it's also upgradable with a 1 TB SSD, which is also upgradable. The screen is a sharp 16-inch 2K panel and starts at around $1,800. Now, let's look into the budget tier. These laptops will still very much get the job done in Blender, especially if you're just starting out or working on light to medium-sized projects. First up is the HP Victus 15, which comes with an Intel Core i5 processor, up to 4.6 GHz, 8 cores, and 12 threads. The graphics card is an 4050 with 6 GB of VRAM. You also get 16 GB of RAM and a 1 TB SSD. The screen is a full HD panel and it starts at just $750. Next up is the MSI GF63 Thin, a lightweight option with an Intel Core i7 processor that goes up to 4.9 GHz. For graphics, it comes with an RTX 4050 with 6 GB of VRAM. It supports up to 64 GB of RAM and has a 512 GB SSD. The screen is a full HD panel and starts from around $790. Then there's the Dell G15. This one is a beast. It can be spec'd with Intel's Core i9 processor and an RTX 4070 with 8 GB of VRAM. The memory is expandable up to 64 GB and you can add up to 4 TB of storage. The screen is a 2K display, nice and sharp. And the price? It starts from around $990. And finally, the Acer Nitro 5, a solid budget-friendly machine with an Intel Core i7 processor with 14 cores and 20 threads. The graphics goes up to an RTX 4060 with 8 GB of VRAM, 32 GB of RAM, and a 1 TB SSD. The display is a 2K panel, starting at around $780. So there you have it, my top laptop picks from $700 to $3,000, covering the top high-end laptops for Blender, for those who need nothing but the best. Then a few mid-range options, powerful enough for most Blender workflows without burning a hole in your wallet. And finally, budget options that can still handle serious 3D work in Blender, even on a tight budget. So, I hope I helped you narrow things down for your next Blender laptop and answered the question whether your laptop can actually run Blender the way it's intended to. Anyways, don't forget to leave a comment sharing which laptop you currently use, how it's been for you, or which laptop you're leaning towards now. And if there's a model you think I should have included, mention it. That would really be helpful. But if you want to build a PC for Blender instead, check out this video. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this video. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.